I saw him standing there, sad look in his eye. The kids ran to the playground, but each one passed him by. He was just the new kid here.
As Jimbo would say,
my mama's words raced through my mind. It was like I heard her saying, be a good deed doer and do it every day. One kind deed will go so far to make this world a better place. Be a good deed doer and you may be surprised. Doing good to others makes you feel so good inside. Ooh, 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 ooh. Slowly I walked up to him. I said, what's your name? His eyes began to sparkle and a smile crossed his face. He's not a stranger anymore. Now he is my friend. My life has been better, all because my mama said, be a good deed doer and do it every day. One kind deed will go so far to make this world a better place. Be a good deed doer and you may be surprised. Doing good to others makes you feel so good inside. Ooh, 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 ooh. It makes you feel. All right. Makes you feel. Makes you feel. It makes you feel so good inside. Makes you feel.
I feel good.
You feel
so good.
Makes you feel. It makes you feel so good inside. It makes you feel. It makes you feel. Makes you feel. It makes you feel so good inside. It makes you feel. Makes you feel. Makes you feel. It makes you feel so good inside.
Be a good deed doer and do it every day.
One kind deed will go so far to make this world a better place. Be a good deed doer and you may be surprised. Doing good to others makes you feel so good inside. Be a good deed doer and do it every day. One kind deed will go so far to make this world a better place. Be a good deed
Doer and you may be surprised. Come on in, folks. It's tea time. And I may get on my soapbox today, but I have to be very careful about what I get on my soapbox about, because the powers that be, the people on Facebook and YouTube, want to silence those who think a little bit different than they do. And it's really sad. They have tried to destroy many people that I follow, that I really like. You know, it started many years ago when they kept you from seeing our Facebook page just because they want us to pay to get to you, pay to reach you. And it's just wrong. You know, I've got 650,000 people that follow me on YouTube. We've almost got 100,000 people. Follow me on Facebook. We've almost got 100,000 people on YouTube. And it's just sad. It's just sad that if you don't agree with them, then they take your voice away. Well, they can't take my voice away, because I have learned from some of the best podcasters out there how to have symbols for a jab, and how to have symbols for other things. The face diaper and that sort of thing. I have decided as of today, I will not be wearing a face diaper ever again. Not going to do it. Not going to do it. Scott Adams decided that July the 4th is his day, that he won't do it again. Yes, Patricia says, what happened to freedom of speech? I don't know. You know, it is our First Amendment. And they're trying to take that away, and they're trying to take our Second Amendment away. They're trying to rewrite our Constitution. I don't know who they are, but I know I don't really care for them. I don't really care for them. So we have to arm ourselves. We have to arm ourselves with people that are going to give us the truth, because we have been lied to, and we've been lied to, and we've been lied to for years. For years, not just during the pandemic, but for years. And I'm tired of it. I educate myself. I educate myself as to how to take care of me. I know me better than anybody. Today I had a wonderful conversation with my great niece, Maddie, who is Beckett's big sister, and she's going off to college this fall, and she wants to be a doctor. And I told her my philosophy on things pretty much. She had asked me a question point blank, and when somebody asked me a question, I answer it to the best of my ability. And I gave her links to why I believe certain things and gave her podcasts to listen to. But if you're not following Scott Kesterson on Podbean, and we're on Podbean too, if you're not following Scott, he is a man of God, and he is steeped in the truth, and it's not woo-woo stuff either. So check him out. It's Bards of War, and he's on Podbean, and you have to look him up. It's his image is black and white, and I just love him. He interviews doctors, scientists. He also interviews men of God. He prays. He prayed for Dr. Tenpenny today, and I just cried because they're trying to cancel her because she spoke in front of the Ohio State Legislature last week, and they made fun of her. But things are going to be strange in a few months when everybody starts believing what she said. I don't trust any administration anymore. I don't trust any of it. I'm upset about our previous president promoting the you-know-what. I mean, I'm not taking it. I'm not going to take it. I'm going to be the last man standing, last woman standing. That's what I'm going to do. So drink up. I have studied about this medication that won the Nobel Prize in 2015, but for work done, it was done in the 70s, and it starts with an I, and I can't talk about it because they will take down my Facebook page, and then I wouldn't be able to do live streams with you. Or they'll take down my YouTube page, and then I wouldn't be able to do live. They have specifically in their terms of services, I heard this from Scott Adams this morning, listed that I word in their terms of services, targeting that one medication. Now that one medication is in the same medicine I give my dog for heartworms. Same medicine. Same medicine, y'all. It's been around for ages. The patent has dropped off on it. It's cheap to acquire. Anybody can get their hands on it, but they don't want you to. They don't want you to because it might hurt the pharmaceutical companies. Yeah, imagine that. They're the ones that buy the ads on TV to take the you-know-what. They're the ones that pay the CDC to push this stuff. They're the ones that are in bed with the World Health Organization and China. Yeah, let's cover up everything that's happened from China. Anyway, folks, I'm on my soapbox. I can't help it. It's who I am. It's somebody. We have to stand up for ourselves. We have to stand up for God. We have to stand up for our children. And I believe with all my heart, the reason we got hit with this terrible pandemic is because there have been millions and millions of babies murdered. Murdered. For the sake of choice in this world. And then they use the babies to develop these vaccines. Read the book Unplanned. It's an amazing book. Read it. I read it 2 summers ago. There's a movie, Unplanned. Watch it. So I'm not looking at your comments much. If you're asking me questions, I haven't seen it. Yeah, don't put in the comments. That's for certain. But drink your tea. We have to stand up. We have to stand up for the children. The young kids that are being jabbed. We have to stand up. We have to be willing to go to school board meetings and stand up for what we believe in. We have to be willing to go to county commissioner meetings and know what's going on in our communities. Yeah, know where they're spending your money. So drink up. I got a cup of hot tea today. It's 73 degrees out and it looks like it's getting ready, the bottom's getting ready to drop out of the sky. So check out Scott Kesterson last night where he interviewed Dr. Meehan. I've listened to it twice. I learned something new every time I listen to it. And if you're not following Scott, follow him. He is a godly man, military man who served his country, who served the reserves in Oregon. I mean, he lives in the most progressive state. I don't know why they call it progressive, because it's keeping us locked down in the Union, Oregon. So check him out. Listen to Scott Adams. I get a balance. He's left of Bernie, but he still uses his head. And I may not agree with everything he says, but most of the time I do. I don't have to agree with him to like to listen to him, and I've been listening to him for 5 years and supporting him. Used to I could support him with, I don't know what they called it on, it wasn't stars, but it's something like stars. So I'm going to start giving my dog the stuff that comes in a tube for horses. Yeah, I'm gonna get her weighed. I don't know how I'm gonna get her weighed. She's too heavy for me to pick up, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to put the scale in the middle of the floor and pick her up so that I can weigh her. And that way I'll know the dosage to give her, because it's in 50-pound increments. Yeah, now you can still do a search on YouTube for how to take that stuff for horses. And there's some good people on there that have taught you how. I like to mix it with apple butter. And it goes down quite easy because it's apple flavored. And I'm taking it once a week. Anyway, folks. Breathe, Marla. Breathe. I may need to play some more music like I did this morning when I got fired up. You know, somebody sent me a message afterwards, said they always call people sweetie and honey and sweetheart and that sort of thing. Well, it's different if you're talking to children. If it's a man talking to an adult woman, it's condescending. It's disrespectful. I said the only person that calls me sweetie is my husband. And we call ourselves sweet darlings. Yeah, delete that post, y'all, who just said what the word was, because they will take us down for comments, too. They will take us down for comments. So delete that I word. Anyway, y'all be good, kind, and sweet. Do your research. Don't expect somebody else to do it for you. Research everything. Study. I've read several books, starting with Plandemic by Judy Muscovitz. And she's real sick, y'all, right now. She's real sick, Kesterson. Bards of War is the name of his podcast. He's on Apple Podcast too, if you'd rather get it on Apple Podcast. Anyway, somebody's got to inform you. The news media's not going to tell you about it. There was a news reporter in Houston, Texas, y'all. Look up Veritas on YouTube. Look up Veritas, and you can see this news reporter who was reprimanded for wanting to interview the frontline doctors about this I word or about other things that are cheap pharmaceuticals that can help save people's lives. But no, I think their agenda is to reduce the population of the world. It's crazy. And people are just walking in and getting the you know what. Not even being forced to do it. Just 70%. They want to have 70% done. It is not a true vac. It's not. It's experimental. And because of an emergency situation, they put it into play. I read the book, The Plandemic. I've read several others on how it goes back a long way. First time they introduced inoculations to people in the 30s and 40s. The bunch of doctors at a California hospital inoculated their children. And a major, huge amount of those kids got sick. And this is in the 40s. So read The Plandemic, if you can get your hands on it, if they haven't burned that book too. I got a paper copy of it. So I would have a paper copy of it. I didn't want it on my Kindle because I was afraid that they would delete it from my Kindle. I have it in Audible, but Audible's connected with YouTube, and they're all in cahoots, every last one of them. So know your body. Know yourself. Know what's in your heart. Ask God to tell you what to do. Ask God to give you a sign. That's okay. Everything you do with God in mind, with His permission. Thanks for deleting it. I read 1984. Yeah, I read 1984. I believe it's worse than that right now. Worse than 1984 right now. It's frightening. I also read The Stand. I listened to it. It was 40 hours long. I read The Stand, Stephen King's horror thriller of a pandemic taking over the world. Get your exercise, eat your veggies, take your supplements. Poor little old Maddie today, she says, I guess I should have listened to my Nona when she said, take your vitamins. Take your vitamins. Why do we not? No, I have not gotten that thing. I haven't gotten it. I'm not going to get it. My husband got it. My friends got it. My in-laws have it. My son hasn't gotten it. His wife hasn't gotten it. My grandson and my granddaughter haven't gotten it. But I'm not taking it. I'm going to be the last one standing. Last woman standing. We can't let colleges saying, well, if you'll take the, you know what, we'll get to have football games and dances and get-togethers. And the college Maddie is going to, they're wanting an 80% vaccination rate in their college. 80%. Anyway, somebody had to tell you the truth. But I want you to not just believe me. Dig it out. Listen to other people. Spread things out. There was rumor this week that things were sticking to people. Like spoons and stuff on shoulders. Well, I listen to this weatherman every night when he's on. Not every night because he's not on every night, but they are pumping things into the atmosphere. And then I heard from a doctor who said she was speaking at a conference in North Dakota or South Dakota, and people came up to her from Nebraska and said, we haven't had that, what, but we have things sticking to us too. Who'd have thunk it? So maybe it's in the air. We're all doomed at that point. But I'm hoping that we will quit trying to drought out certain places and make people pay for rain in other places. It's just sad what they do with water. The West has weird water laws. North Carolina, you can't obstruct water from another person's property. You can't do it. But they want you to pay to have rain. We're seeing that right now. Watch Above Ground World News, AGWN, on YouTube. And he does some great podcasts that gives you the links to the things you need to research. We have to be educated. And we can't expect the mainstream media to do it, because guess who pays their bills? Yeah. Guess who pays their bills? Their advertising bills. Guess who pays it? When you watch the news on TV, on regular TV channels, there's 1 million pharmaceutical commercials. Ask your doctor. Tell your doctor. Not ask. Tell your doctor about such and such. And then I'm hearing that the CDC in Houston is paying for most of the commercials on TV about the what. Let the Lord lead you. That's what I woke up with this morning. Let God lead you. God led me to investigate this stuff, going back a year or more. Yeah, at first we told you how to make the face diapers from our pink rags and our purple rags, because people did it. Because we were being told that our health depended on having the right face diaper. And now I hear a doctor say physicians who are in surgery all day get sick with bacterial infections in their own body from breathing their own surgical mask, breathing through their own surgical mask. I just listened to Scott's show last night with Dr. Meehan. It'll blow you away. It has me. I'm going to go listen to it again. Everybody, I want you safe. And if you don't agree with me, that's fine. Prove me wrong. But step out in faith with shoes on your feet, with God in your heart, and be good to yourself. Be kind to others. And let the joy that's in your heart bless other people. Yeah, I'm going to preach it. Somebody's got to. And I'll probably be shut down for it, but at this point, we got email. Go sign up. If you're afraid, don't be fearful though. Go sign up to get our messages. go to our website, flylady.net, click on the link in the upper left-hand corner, and get signed up to get our email messages. And we are on Podbean. We are on brighteon.com. We're on BitChute. It took me a week to get my BitChute password straightened out. We're on Apple Podcast, and we're on Locals. And Locals is a paid site, but guess what? I can say what I want to say there. Yeah, I can say what I want to say there. So y'all, keep researching. Don't believe me. Get in there and dig for yourself, because it makes you smarter. There is an email that goes out every once in a while when we've been blacklisted by Spam Cop that has all the links in it. So I'll send it out in a little bit. Anyway, folks, I love you all. And as Gemma would say, I love that baby girl. And Jessica was so happy. She was telling me that all about Beckett being in her own little crib now, and just some wonderful news about Beckett soon being able to go home. So, folks, be good, kind, and sweet. And take care of yourself. And do your own research. Don't expect somebody else to do it for you. I tried to show my husband the research. And he's a smart man, and he had to make the decision on his own. And when I asked him not to take the, you know what? He turned around and he said, but I want you to take it. And I said, I'm not going to take it. And he said, but I am. And I just learned to do what I need to do. I'm going to take care of me. And if he needs me, I'll take care of him, because it's till death do you part. And I'll be there for him. God love you. God love him. God love everybody that's taking this, you know what. And I'm praying for them. I don't want any of this stuff to be true. Get out there and check it out. See you later.